Hey there, this is Andrew bringing you another Keyforge deck reveal and review. This is a Coda deck that I won in Chainbound tonight. I went 2-2, but a bunch of us did. It was 4 rounds with 10 people, and it ended up, I was 2-1, ended up against somebody who was 1-2, and he humiliated me, so even though I got, paired down, I still only went 2-2, so that was rough, but I still ended up in the top half. He ended up number 5, so he also got a deck. But anyway, fun stuff. So yeah, this is a Coda deck that I have for you here. This is Goldywin, the producer of fine wine. That's kind of a cool, interesting name. The green here, let's see, the producer of fine wine. Man, I think we're going to maybe have Sanctum and I feel like maybe Logos here. Ooh, no Sanctum, but I did get Logos, Shadows, and Mars. Okay, that's an interesting setup. I think this is actually, this is the same house setup as the Captain of Barracks launch that was one of the first Vault Tour winners. Yeah, so what am I looking for? I'm looking for Logos to accelerate my deck here. Looking for Amber Control in Shadows, and hopefully some direct damage in both of those, as well as maybe some board control and cool combos in Mars, and maybe we might even end up with a situation where like we get Great Draw in Mars with Battlefleet or something like that we can set up with Logos. So we'll see. Always a we'll see. Alright. First up, Wild Wormhole. That is a great start. Wild Wormhole, get an Amber, play the top card of your deck. I love it. Will we get more? Nope, just the one. Anomaly Exploiter. So that's going to be our only action in Logos then, because of the way the Coda decks are organized. So interesting. Anomaly Exploiter is an artifact that exhausts to destroy a damaged creature. Oh, Mobius Scroll. That's fun. It's an artifact that exhausts to archive itself and up to 2 cards from your hand. Figure if you get this early, you might trigger it a couple times during the game, and I mean that's archiving 2 cards from your hand is really solid. So good. Oh, we have 2 of those. That's interesting. That's a rare. So wow, we have 2 of, wow, that's an interesting double rare. And this actually really could set up an interesting Mars setup. So that's pretty cool. Alright, Spectral Tunneler is an artifact with a bonus Amber. It exhausts to choose a creature, and for the remainder of that creature, of the turn, that creature is considered to be on a flank and gets Reap, draw a card. Brain Eater is a very nice big creature. It's a 6-power cyborg beast. After a creature is destroyed fighting it, you draw a card. Got 2 of those. Wow, that's pretty cool. That's that's a lot of Brain Eaters. We have a Dexter. It's a 3-power human scientist that captures 1 after it's played, and when it's destroyed, it goes back on top of your deck. I don't love that, but we might use it for the Amber Control. Might be good here, especially with the Shadows. Dr. Escotera is a 4-power cyborg scientist that gains you, after it's played, it gains you 1 Amber for each forged key your opponent has. Quixo is a 3-power human scientist with Skirmish and Fight, draw a card. That goes very well with the Brain Eater. Makes a lot of sense. Mother is a 5-power robot scientist. It says during your draw card step, refill your hand to 1 additional card. And Research Smoko is a 2-power mutant that when it's destroyed, archives the top card of your deck. So potentially here we have, like, if we just play each of these once, right, we have 5 archived there. Probably a draw from each of the Brain Eaters and Quixo. So we're probably moving through our deck pretty fast. Dexter slows our deck down. That's why I don't love him in Logos, but we have a lot of ways to accelerate the deck. Mother lets us draw extra, and really this is, so a couple things. I think this really helps us accelerate our way through our deck. The Wild Wormhole 2. On top of that, these are big creatures for Logos. So that's just an interesting thing there. So anyway, I like it. I think that's a very interesting logo setup. Now, you'll notice not a ton of bonus amber printed there. We'll see what else we get here. All right, I think we get Mars next. So yeah, we'll start with an Ammonia Clouds. Now notice we didn't get any direct damage in Logos, but we have it here in Mars. And this just does it to everything. Deals 3 damage to each creature. This will only kill about half our Logos creatures, not all of them. So that's... again, pretty interesting there. We got a Battlefleet. This is my first Battlefleet deck, so that's pretty cool. And I feel like with the Mobius Scroll, we have a really good chance of getting a great Battlefleet turn. So Battlefleet is going to gain us an Amber, and then you reveal any number of Mars cards from your hand, and for each card revealed this way, you draw a card. That's really cool. Deep Probe is an action with a bonus amber, and when you play it, you choose a house, reveal your opponent's hand, discard each creature of that house revealed this way. We got 2 of those. That is like potentially like Deece level control in Mars. I mean, we have potential to really wreck our opponent's hand that way. So pretty cool. Phosphorus Stars I don't love as much. Is an action that on play stuns each non-Mars creature and gains us 2 chains. It can sometimes be worth it, but I don't love it. Squawker, when you play it, gain a bonus amber and ready a Mars creature or stun a non-Mars creature. That is fantastic. I love it. Combat Pheromones gains us a bonus amber. It's an artifact. It has Omni. Sacrifice it, and you can use up to 2 other Mars cards this turn. Gromid is a 10 power beast that says you cannot play creatures, but after an enemy creature is destroyed fighting Gromid, your opponent loses an amber. That could be a pretty strong effect. John Smith, 2 power elusive, fight Reap ready a non-Mars creature. Good stuff. I mean, you can imagine a turn where you like play the John Smith, play the Gromid, squawker the John Smith. That lets you use the Gromid to fight. You have the combat pheromones on the board, so then the next turn, burn the combat pheromones, use Gromid to fight something, reap with John Smith, ready the Gromid, and use it to fight something else, and get good value out of that, and then have the Gromid dead so you can start playing creatures again. I think there's good potential there. Tunk is a 6 power robot with 1 armor, and after you play another Mars creature, you fully heal it. Ooh, more big stuff. Zorg is a 7 power beast that enters play stunned, but before it fights, you stun the creature it's fighting and each of that creature's neighbors. That is pretty cool. And then our last Mars card here is Zizix the Many. It's a 3 power Martian soldier. After it fights or reaps, you can reveal a creature from your hand, and if you do, archive it, and Zizix gets 3+1 power counters. Typically don't want to use this on Mars creatures because I'd rather play them and archive from some other house, but I could imagine a situation where it makes sense to do that to set up a good Battlefleet turn, but more than likely I'm going to archive stuff from other houses. Yeah, and now with the Logos, again, we can set up some cool power turns. Alright, let's go through Shadows. So we have Ghostly Hand. Gains 2 bonus amber, and if your opponent has exactly 1 at the end of that, you steal it. That's very nice if you can pull that off. Otherwise, it's just 2 amber, which is also fantastic. Hidden Sash, we have more archive here. So this gains us a bonus amber, and you archive a card. That is great. Miasma, gain a bonus amber, and your opponent skips the Forge a Key step on their next turn. Awesome. Very good. I mean, this can definitely result in winning a game if you're just trying to finish out the last part of the race. Pawn Sacrifice. Sacrificed as a friendly creature. It gives you a bonus amber, then sacrifices a friendly creature, and if you do, you deal 3 damage each to 2 creatures. Got 2 of those. That's good direct damage. Relentless Whispers. Gain a bonus amber. Deal 2 damage to a creature. If this damage destroys the creature, you steal 1. Very good. Seeker Needle is an artifact that exhausts to deal 1 damage to a creature, and if the damage destroys the creature, gain an amber. Got 2 of those. Okay, that'll be interesting. I don't love that in this deck. I don't think it's doing much good, but we'll see what we get. If we get some urchins, that'd be amazing. Skeleton Key is pretty good. It's an artifact that exhausts to make a friendly creature capture an amber. Old Bruno, 3 power with elusive, and when you play it, it captures 3. We have a Dodger, 5 power elf thief. After fighting, it steals 1. And lastly, we have Silvertooth, who's 2 power, an elf thief, and enters play ready. So, good stuff here. I think I would love to have a little bit more steel in the shadows. I mean, we really have, probably we get 1 out of the Dodger. We probably get 1 out of the Relentless Whispers. We probably don't get 1 out of the Ghostly Hand, but we could. We have some Amber Destruction with Grommet, and a little bit with Dexter. Not a ton of Amber control here, but good solid damage, and I feel like quite a lot of Amber once we've counted everything. And not only just like decent power turns through all the archiving, as well as potentially some good combo turns with the Mars. So that's that. That is Goldie Wynn, the producer of Fine Wine. Thanks for watching with me. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed making it, and maybe we'll meet up and forge some keys.